Hey all, Paymarine back again with another matter of fact. Today, Codex Thousand Sons. This is version 1.0, so the first FAQ errata of this. And let's dive in. There's not too many FAQs, but a decent amount of changes, erratas. So let's take a look. Again, this is one of those I do not have the codex with, so I wish I could kind of like pull up the pages and go through what exactly was changed. But if you do, definitely pick up your codex, flip to the page, maybe pause when I say the page number so you can kind of get ready, and let's dive into this. There's a decent amount. So page 68, Demon Prince of Zeech, add Psyker to the keyword line. Alright, page 69, Exalted Sorcerer, War Gear options, add the following bullet point. This model may replace its force stave with 2 power swords. If this model does so, increase its attack characteristic by 1. Alright, page 73, I'm not exactly sure how you say that, Zagor's War Gear options. Add the following bullet point. 1 Zagor can take an icon of flame, found on page 90. Alright, page 74, Horrors power rating, change the power rating to read 4. Page 74, Horrors description, change the second sentence to read, it can include up to 10 additional horrors, power rating plus 4, or 20 additional horrors, power rating plus 8. Alright, page 74, Horrors, Magic Made Manifest, change this ability to read, Magic Made Manifest. A unit of horrors can attempt to manifest 1 psychic power in each friendly psychic phase, and attempt to deny 1 psychic power in each enemy psychic phase. However, when you do so, only roll a single d6 for the psychic test or deny the witch test, and use the result to determine the outcome. Note that this means horrors can't roll a double 1 or 6 to suffer perils of the warp. In addition, if the unit manifests the smite psychic power whilst it contains less than 10 pink horrors, it only inflicts 1 mortal wound rather than d3. So if it's less than 10 pink horrors, they're only doing 1 mortal wound with smite. Alright, page 96, Fire Frenzy, change the first sentence of rules text to read, use this stratagem in the shooting phase just before a Thousand Sons Hellbrute from your army shoots. Alright, so you have to use the stratagem before a Hellbrute shoots from Thousand Sons. Alright, page 97, Warp Flame Gargoyles, change the second sentence of rules text to read, pick a Thousand Sons vehicle from your army, but not a Hellbrute or Helldrake, and roll a d6 for each other unit, friendly or foe, within 3 inches of it, subtracting 2 from the roll if the unit being rolled for is a character or vehicle. Okay, I'm not sure what the rest of that says for that ability, but that's what that's changed to anyway. Page 101, Discipline of Zeech, Bolt of Change, change the first sentence of the rules text to read, Bolt of Change has a warp charge value of 8. So I'm not sure what the original warp value was, but it is 8. Alright, into the FAQ. So what questions do people have? Question: do I score a victory point for Slay the Warlord if my opponent targets their warlord with the flesh change? Answer is yes. I'm not sure what flesh change is. Do I score a victory point for Slay the Warlord if my opponent targets their warlord with the flesh change? Not sure what the flesh change is and what army that is exactly. I haven't come across it. But I guess if your opponent tries to use whatever the flesh change is and they die, then you get the victory for it. Alright, question: when a model's datasheet states that it knows, for example, 3 psychic powers from the Discipline of Change and or Dark Heretics Discipline, does this mean I can choose 6 psychic powers for them in total? The answer is no. It means you can choose 3 psychic powers for them in one of the following combinations. 3 from the Disciples of Change, 3 from the Dark Heretics discipline, or 1 from one discipline and 2 from the other. Alright. Question. The Brotherhood of Sorcerers ability increases the range of psychic powers by 6 inches. If a psychic power has a secondary effect that has a range such as Infernal Gateway, which has an initial range of 12 inches but then affects all their units within 3 inches, does that range increase apply to the initial range, the secondary range, or both? Answer. It only applies to the initial range. So in the case of Infernal Gateway, you would identify the nearest visible enemy model within 18 of the Psyker rather than 12. That model's unit and every other unit within 3 inches of that model would then suffer D3. So the increase in range of psychic powers of 6 inches only applies to the initial range. So in particular, what they're talking about, this one that is a 12-inch range would gain 18 inches, and then it affects models within 3 inches of that targeted unit. It doesn't increase that by 6 and make it all units within 9. So it's only the initial range, not the affected range afterward. Alright, and let's see, last one. Question. Can I replace the Smite Psychic Power when using the Chaos Familiar Stratagem? Answer, yes, you can. Alright, well, that one was not too bad. Hopefully you'll find that good information to have, and we will see you all next time.